I'm Zach Helke, sitting in for Jeff Miller. Traders in Israel note a slow week-to-week improvement in the marketplace, but this post-slowdown trading certainly doesn't compare with activity a year ago. The industry crunch was evident in January's U.S. polished imports, which fell 50%, with the net diamond account falling 63%. Traders here in Ramat Gan say that things have slowly but steadily improved since then, and some claim they've adapted to this new cycle. They say they're keeping their businesses sound by following consumer demand. Consumers are still getting engaged and married, they say, but they're becoming more internet savvy and better informed about the 4 C's and are looking to pay less. The result has shifted demand to the middle range of clarities and colors, and the more historic 1 to 1.5 carat engagement ring is being replaced by a half carat to 80 points. Rappaport news anchor Jeff Miller talked with Trends Research Institute founder Gerald Celente this week. The outspoken Celente turned many heads at the Rappaport International Diamond Conference 6 months ago with his dire prediction of the world's current recession. In Part 1, Gerald addresses economic factors playing into our industry.
So, describe for me what you all see the U.S. consumer specifically doing out in the next 12 to 18 months. I mean, are diamonds going to be on their list?
Not for the average consumer, they're not going to be on their list. The whole marketing campaign has to change. The one that they were using before is not going to work in the current environment. We said it then, we're going to say it again. The message is wrong for the new environment. The consumer is going to be on survival mode. They don't have the money. I was in Macy's. I bought a jacket similar to this one. It was marked down from $135. I paid $12.90 with the adding another 10% off because of the Macy's card. They're giving the product away rather than throwing it away. Macy's has become the new Marshalls or the TJ Maxx. They're marking down their products so much. So the consumer is going to be shopping for bargains on the whole, but diamonds have to have a different value to them. They have to really be made special. And they're not, as we say, being sold in that way right now, where the consumer is going to be suffering far more than they are now. This is only the beginning of the greatest depression. The downslide is still ready to come. But again, go back to the last depression. People still got married. People still got engagement rings. People are still given gifts. And the same thing is going to happen. The world's not going to stop.
Well, do you see that even if the average consumer is struggling even far more than they might be doing that today, what in terms of the diamond jewelry sales might you say you see happening? That they would buy a diamond ring for a wedding, but maybe it's not going to be a carat. They're going to go to a 1/4 carat stone.
They may go from the carat down, but again, a lot of it has to do with marketing. This becomes an investment item. It's a different sale than a glamour item, a just pure "I love you" kind of thing. This is part of the marriage relationship in the sense that this is our investment into the future. It can have that kind of a quality element to it at a time when value is being lost in everything else. Having said that, if it stays the way it is, then the whole thing, we could see sales continuing to drop down to 30%, 40%, 50% even. It could really, really fall off in terms of dollar volume.
Now, looking at the greenback for the next 12 months, where do you see the trends happening here with the dollar?
We're amazed that the dollar is even holding up as well as it is. And matter of fact, today just Warren Buffett was saying that he expects higher inflation because of all the stimulus. Look, it's not even economics 101. It's economics for dummies. You can't print money based on nothing. And they're printing money at an unprecedented rate backed by nothing. So we're expecting the dollar to eventually crash well below the levels that it's at now, probably hitting its even probably we could envision 140 against the euro without much of a problem.
Approximately 140. Now, was it about 154 about a year ago?
I don't believe it hit 154. It almost did, yeah.
So it might work its way back up.
Work its way. But then again, the whole problem is that the euro's in trouble as well. So it's not even a good comparison to go back and forth to currencies. Here's the way we see the situation, to put it in a different context. Commodity prices remain low. There's too much product out there, from shoes to shirts to computers, you name it. There's a load of product, overproduction, overcapacity, lower demand. So you have a deflationary cycle on commodity price items. However, it's going to take more of the currency to buy those products. It's the currencies that are devaluing in a different way. So in other words, if we're going to go to Zimbabwe and buy a pound of coffee, for argument's sake, let's say it cost $5 US to buy a pound of coffee in Zimbabwe. But how many Zimbabwean dollars are you going to need to buy it? So the price of the coffee stays the same or goes down, but you're going to need more of the currency to buy it. The whole world is caught up in this print cycle. They're doing it all over the world. The central banks are printing fiat money based on nothing. So there is really a severe danger of a financial collapse coming from an overprinting of fiat currencies, because all the countries are doing it. They're trying to bail themselves out of this problem by simply printing more money. You can't do it. You need a productive capacity in order to get your way out of this. You need to make things and sell things, not just print money so people could borrow more.
I mean, might you lead into the next step and say to a diamond manufacturer, maybe only dealing in loose stones, do something else, make something else that goes along with the diamond? Is that some good advice or not?
Well, I mean, a diamond is a diamond, and people look at it for what they have it for. But we would look at diamonds more as an investment opportunity at a time when people are looking to preserve wealth. And that's what this is all about for the next several years. It's about wealth preservation. So if diamonds could hold their value, then it's more than just a gift. And this is what we said when I was at the conference. It was that to sell a diamond for more than just, oh, I'm in love with you and here's a diamond to show. No, this is a value. It has a value. And also, when times get bad, it's that diamond belt again. This might buy your way. Who knows? Because again, we're going to look at fiat currencies around the globe taking a lot of hits because of this overprinting. And the other way we look at diamonds is to sell it as a glamour item, because people are going to want to feel more glamorous during these times, and that you have something really worth value.
Be sure to check diamonds.net next week for part 2 of Jeff's interview. In precious metals news, SPDR Gold Trust has increased its holdings of bullion almost 40% so far this year, approaching 1,100 metric tons. SPDR is now the world's largest exchange-traded fund, having surpassed Switzerland, and now account for the world's 6th largest stockpile, behind number 5 Italy, which holds about 2.5 tons. For all the latest news, please visit diamonds.net.